Here we have a comment from a user that is currently trying to cope with a disability. They write in saying, dealing with a disability that leaves me with very limited function of my non-dominant hand/arm. This is due to an injury, so it isn't something I've been dealing with for that long, in parentheses 2 years. But it is beginning to look like I may not recover. I have so many questions, but I suppose the most pressing is, do you exercise? And if so, what kind of things are you able to participate in? How do you play video games? Do you play PC or console or both? What kind of things do you do for fun? I know people do more with less than I have, but I am struggling to adjust to this new way of life, and I would like to find things that bring me joy. So first off, I appreciate your comment, and I'll answer your questions, and then I'll give you some advice into finding hobbies to help you cope with a disability. When it comes to exercising, I like to keep myself active. One way I do this is by going on hikes with friends. And I used to go to physical therapy to work on my shoulder and to build the strength I lost after my surgery. Since then, I still keep up on my stretches, but I haven't been to a gym or anything like that for a while. For your question about video games, you can check out my other channel and see some of the ways I play, but PC is my preferred platform. For fun, I like to do a lot of things, like play the piano, make short films with friends, have LAN parties with friends. There's really a lot of things I like to do. I've had many different hobbies throughout the years. For example, I used to be really into close-up magic. I used to make duct tape things like wallets, flowers, and even paintings. And I even used to be into parkour. Really, to me, having any type of experience or adventure is fun. Now for my advice to you. Coping with a disability can be a real challenge, especially in your case when your normal everyday life has been altered due to an injury. When it comes to dealing with that, it needs to be taken one day at a time. I myself have days where I get frustrated, but I tell myself never to let the frustration I feel today spoil tomorrow. By that I mean it's okay to feel down every once in a while, that's natural. But don't let it affect you in the long term, because depression can be a vicious cycle, especially if you try to battle it all at once. Instead, take it one day at a time. There's an outward bound saying that goes, you can be cold, wet, and miserable, or just cold and wet. That's to say there's different aspects to your life that you can't control, but you can change how they affect you with your attitude. And with that said, when it comes to finding a hobby, it's important to follow your passion. Don't let your disability limit you. Instead, use your passion to adapt to the hobby that best caters to your creative ability. If you had hobbies in the past that you gave up on because you didn't feel you could bring the same skill set that you had before your injury, my recommendation is, instead of changing hobbies, try changing your approach, because you'll be amazed what you can do with a little passion and perseverance. For me, a great example is playing the piano, because to me it's not about playing as many notes as I can. It's not about that technical ability. Instead, it's about that passion and that emotion that I bring to the notes that I can play. So the point is, whatever creative ability you had before your injury is still there. You just need to find a new way to use it. But again, take things one day at a time, because you can't change the weather, but you can change your attitude.